Welcome to SVG-TV's news for Saturday, October 10, 2015. I am Rochelle Batiste. Opposition leader Anim Eustace is seeking answers from the government, mainly Prime Minister, Minister of Finance, Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, as to whether an application was made to the billion loan for $6 million tax levy. The opposition leader raised the question at the NDP's meeting last night in Roseau in his constituency of East Kingstown.
I want to say a particular thing here tonight. I talk about corruption. I talk about mismanagement by this government. But something was brought to my attention today, and I want everybody to pay attention to what I'm saying now. I understand, and all of you know, that building loan has been in a lot of trouble. All of us know that. People, when they go there, they can't get their money anymore. They tell you have to wait 5 months or 6 months or 8 months. You have people who family members die and they have money building loan and they go there and they can't get the money to bury their families. You have people who have children at university. They go on there to draw down some of their own money, They can't get it. And they tell you, okay, send the university bill direct to us and we're going to pay the university directly. Today, to my surprise, I was told, I'm asking Prime Minister Gonsalves to confirm that the government withdrew $6 million from building a loan. Government. You know what? There is an interest levy that has to be paid, and it has been. They've agreed that the $6 million on the interest levy will go to the government.
The opposition leader told the gathering that the financial situation of the billion loan did not come from average citizens, and he doesn't understand why, when efforts are being made to build back the institution, the government will seek to take money from it.
So on the one hand, you're telling the person who has money there, you can't get your money now, but the government can take out this money? This is horrible. I'm asking Prime Minister Gonsalves now to tell me that is not true. Because remember, in the past, and I spoke about this in the past, when building loan got into trouble, you take out his mother money, Don't forget that. And since that, other people can't get their money. But you take out the million that belong to their family and mother. And now today, you take out 6 million, and there are people there who have 50,000 and can't get a cent to do something for their families. It is not acceptable. It is not acceptable, Gonsalves. You got to deal with that.
The doors of communication remains open. That's what Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves wants the leadership of the Teachers Union and the Public Service Union to know, in an appeal for both unions to call off Tuesday's strike action. PM Gonsalves, in a statement released yesterday, says he is not about to take on any fight with the teachers and public servants, whom he said have been working hard and are important to this country. He says while he agreed that they deserve more, his government just cannot afford to meet the demands of a 1-month tax-free salary which they are seeking at this time, and that any strike action will not be in their interest of parents, students and the country.
Do not have the public on their side. It is for them to think and believe whether they have their own members on their side. That is something which we will see on Tuesday. But I'm urging all teachers to go to work on Tuesday. I'm urging all parents to send their children to school on Tuesday. I'm urging all concerned first work together. They know that in me, they have a friend as Prime Minister as they have never had in the history of this country. They also know that nobody on the horizon to be Prime Minister is as good a friend of theirs as Ralph is.
The Prime Minister says it also strikes him as strange that while the leadership of both the Teachers and Public Service Union are saying that the issue has nothing to do with politics, why then they are saying they want the demand to be met before elections?
What is election? A religious activity or a political activity? I allow people to ponder on that matter. I'm not casting any aspersions against anybody. But I do not live on Mars. And the people of St. Vincent and Grenadines live on the real earth. And I know that the vast majority of teachers and public servants, the overwhelming majority of them, don't want any of this to be infused in politics. And historically, they have sought to avoid politics getting involved in their business. I want to urge them, don't allow any extraneous political consideration to prompt you to withdraw your service on Tuesday.
The opposition New Democratic Party candidate for the Maricoa constituency, Curtis Bowman, says it is too late for the government to try to fix the roads in the country, and says if his party is voted into office, all the roads in his constituency and throughout the country will be addressed. Bowman was speaking at a recently held meeting by the NDP in Korea. He says the current administration has ignored the constituency of Maricoa, especially the road network, which he says is in a deplorable condition. The NDP candidate says if elected, he will ensure his party will not wait until election time to try to do all the jobs that they should be doing during their time in government.
Talking about roads, we have roads? Do we have roads? We in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and in particular Maricoa, have the worst road in living memory in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Anyway, how many of you saw the ad that I had on TV about the Ginger Village Belmont Road? In closing that ad, I said in the ad, Mr. Prime Minister, fix the Belmont Ginger Village Road now. But tonight here in Korea, I am not going to tell him fix the road again. He can't, it's too late. Same like how the casket was too late and the lumber, cement and galvanized is too late. The fixing of the road is too late. So I, Curtis Bowman, will be your representative, and I will be responsible for fixing that road here in Ginger Village, Belmont.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Raymond Ryan, is advising agriculture officers that now is the time to intensify their efforts in order to effectively manage the issues that are affecting the sector. Ryan was speaking at a ceremony recently where a number of persons who worked in the sector were honored. He told the officers that when agriculture performs well, the nation is able to thrive both socially and economically, adding that the retirees have brought them a long way and to strive to be like them or even better in terms of their work ethic.
The cadre of young professionals and the not so young professionals who remain in the service of the ministry must step up to the plate to compensate for this huge loss in experience and knowledge. This is even more important as we face many challenges not faced by our predecessors. The global economic crisis, increasing impact of climate change, introduction of pests and diseases, exotic pests and diseases, and the list goes on.
Lawyer Samantha Robinson has been elected the president of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Human Rights Association. The association held its annual general meeting earlier this week at Marion House, where the main item on the agenda was the election of officers. Other members of the executive include lawyer Israel Bruce, who will serve as vice president. The secretary position went to lawyer Sholon Banwell, with Silma McLean as treasurer and public relations officer and training officer Jeannie Oliver Delaware. The executive will serve for 2 years. Legal aid will be provided by the association within the first week of November and will resume at their new location at Marion House between the hours of 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. In an effort to reach out more on social media, the newly elected executive is in the process of establishing a website and Facebook page. In July of this year, lawyer Nicole Sylvester passed away while serving her tenure as president. Dennis Niles, a 23-year-old laborer of New Montrose who was found guilty earlier this week on a charge of criminal trespass, was yesterday given a suspended jail term of 9 months for the next 2 years by Senior Magistrate Carla James at the Kingston Magistrate Court. Niles is accused of entering the Petersville Primary School at Kingston Park on May 11, 2015 and threatened a 10-year-old student who is now a student at the grammar school. As a result, the matter was reported to the principal of the school, who summoned the mother of the student to the school and informed her of the incident. The matter was then reported to the police, which led to the arrest of Niles. In other court news, Tyrone Maloney of Greggs has been arrested and charged by the police on 2 separate charges of robbery. Maloney is accused of arming himself with a cutlass and deprived 2 men, Lenroy Brown and Javon Adams, both of Hadley's Village, of several items, including a cellular phone and cash on September 20th, 2015. Maloney was escorted to the Kingston Magistrate Court yesterday and was not allowed to plead to the charges as they were laid indictable. He was, however, allowed bail in the sum of $6,000 with 1 surety. He was also ordered to report to the Mesopotamia Police Station on Mondays between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. The matter has been adjourned and transferred to the Serious Offences Court on Monday, October 12, 2015, when a date is expected to be set for the start of the preliminary inquiry.